morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead and type the number 1 in the comment section. Let me know that you can. There's nothing worse than talking to myself for the next 20, 30-ish minutes or so. Yeah, 20 minutes. When did we ever do 20 minutes? Oh, fantastic. All right, let's jump right in, guys. We got a bunch to get through today. Keep in mind, everything we look at today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. John, morning. Kevin, good morning, sir. Jules, good to have you here. Ed, nice to see you. Linda, good morning. All right. Keep them coming, guys. Fantastic. So if you like what you see here, make sure you follow along on the various social platforms. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Smash the like button. Leave a comment. Heck, come back later on and like this video, guys. It helps us in the algorithms. It helps us with more people finding us here on YouTube. It's a big plus. And, we do this content for you. So if you could do that back for us, we would greatly appreciate it. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So, hey, Karen, morning. Darlo, morning. All right. So let's take a look first at the futures. Where are the futures right now, or where can they be? So, all right, massive move down on Friday. Right? Actually, this is not Friday. This is 20. So this is the Sunday night, right? So this is the overnight session, okay? There's the Friday is right there, right? Actually, if you look from here on the 16th, which is Wednesday, right? Just big moves down, right? 16, 17, 18, right? 20, and here we are, 21, which is Monday night, and then 22. So we've had a little bit of a bounce. So we're down about 10.25 points right now. Still fears out there of Russia. One of our students has family over there in Ukraine, so they've got a little bit of an insight of what's going on. There was, as of last night, some fighting already going on inside with Russia and Ukraine. So there's definitely some concerns. Putin is already talking about, retaliating back. So the markets are very uncertain, trying to remain optimistic and not give in. But it's not the leading up to it. It's the news that I think is going to drive this the most. So we're down about 8.75 points right now on ES. On the YM, we're down 117 points. Got a bit of a channel going on both the YM and the ES. Okay. Bouncing off the bottoms of both of them right now. Similar pattern on NQ. Not exact, but similar. Right. We have more of an even top, horizontal top, and rising bottoms. So more of an ascending triangle setting up inside of the NQ. When it comes to the Russell, the RTY, same channel type pattern on the RUT. We are down 2.5. By the way, NASDAQ, we're down 78. Bitcoin, we're down at $37,000. You may get that opportunity to hit that 36K again, guys, as another buy point. Right? Did we get there early this morning? We got to 36.4. So that might be it. If you haven't picked it up, and you're looking for a base, I do like it at 36. I grabbed some around the last time. So Ethereum is down $200 right now, which is at 25.86. Nice little move down for them. Gold, even though the markets are recovering, gold is taking a bounce as well. Gold did follow suit with when the markets went down. It went down. And then, of course, we have crude, which, ran up in pre-market. Whoops, sorry about that. Ran up in pre-market to about 94.5. I think it hits 100, guys. I'm holding my long positions on my options. I am not writing a diagonal against it right now because I just think there's too much value in the contract. And I have it already. I've got almost a triple on this position. So it runs up and hits this 100 level is probably where I start to scale out of the trade. All right. So let's go take a look at the trades we did from Friday. I know it's like, so long ago, but you guys go ahead and drop in what you did on Friday, right? Let me know how you did. Did you take any of the trades that we looked at? Did you do some of your own? Either way is great. Funded, not funded, doesn't matter. Drop them in. Let's share. Let's keep this community theme going as we go back and forth here. Let's see. So last week we looked at, well, I'll go through the easy one first, which was DraftKings, right? We looked at DraftKings last week, DKNG, and I did not get a chance this morning to make a watch list up here. So I'm just going to have to enter them all in, but all right, so DKNG. We looked at DraftKings last week. No, DKNG, right? DKNG, yeah, okay. So we looked at DraftKings last week. It had a big gap down. It was down $4.77. You know, a fairly large move already on the gap down. It ran. You know, we talked about a bear call spread on DraftKings below the 18.5. It's actually above, not below. Yeah, above. Bear call below 18.5 was the stock price. Bear call spread above the 18.5. Okay. So I grabbed the 18.5, 19.5. I was able to get about 20 cents. I think it was 18, 19 cents. I just rounded. I don't need to get the exact number in there, right? 18, 19 cents in there. It expired worthless. Beautiful. They're back on the docket again today with earnings, with news again yet today in the market, right? So that was number one. The second one was Roku. And Roku had a huge gap. And I said, guys, it's going to be tough. And if you go back and watch the video, if you missed it or don't remember it, I said, look at pivot points. And I had said there, even at that, you probably will not get anything that works. It probably gaps too far through the pivots. So if we go over and look at my normal pivot points that I have, and we look at Roku, we gapped. Here's my pivots. I have up to S4. We gapped right through everything. And we just blew right through it all, right? Just complete annihilation inside of there. Just gone. So pivots were not helpful. And I mentioned that I've got one. They're not available, guys. These are proprietary. We haven't done anything with these to make them available to anybody yet. But I do have pivots, a special pivot point that I have created. And it's still in process. It's not done yet. Right? And these are called large gap pivots. And they take into account these types of gaps. Right? And I want you to look at what happened last week. I mean, we moved wonderfully inside of here. Right? We gapped down. We pushed up. We failed. We broke the pivot point. We came back and retested. We moved down. So as we got the breakdown and the climb, which is expected on that kind of move, and we broke the pivot, you break, you get the retest, and you fail. And down here at 104, almost 105 versus 110, there's an opportunity for that bearish trade off of there, right? So just absolutely outstanding move. Again, not something that is available at this point, but it's all a matter of finding a strategy that works and utilizing it, right? And that's exactly what we look for here, right? Roku on a normal trade would not have been there. With the large pivots, it worked out extremely well. I actually had Sean get on a video conference with me so I could show it to him intraday on Friday and say, look what's going on here, right? Look at what happened with this move that's taking place. All right, so let me get rid of this again. All right, not a lot of trades there on Friday. There we go. Robert's dropped his in. John said Facebook from Pop on Friday for 50%. Nice job, John. 50%. All right, where we got Facebook right now, it's a day trade for us and a bearish bias. Nice, very nice, man. Good job, good job, good job. Robert said Apple put 53, SPY put $1.09, Qs put 73 cents, CRSP bear call spread 10 cents, SPX Iron Condor 85 cents, SPY bull put spread 14 cents, QQQ bull put spread 11 cents. Big practice day for me, $1,900 for the day. Really nice, Robert. Great job. Great job on that. That is perfect. All right, Kevin said I sold half of my puts on Spotify at $5 and sold at $9 and still have 3 contracts. Cool. There you go. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Alan said, awesome Amazon. And Erica said, awesome Robert. So there you go. Some kudos there for you, Robert. We appreciate that. I appreciate you guys sharing. See, it gets others excited. Others start to look at some of what's going on. and so forth. Say, hey, dropped it in the hey. You go, Robert. Congrats. Right? Say, hey, you type like I do. You spell like I do, I should say. Not type like I do. You spell like I do. I do that all the time. I flip letters around all the time. And what makes it worse is I look at the keyboard to type. So it's like, oh, man. Thank goodness for Microsoft Word's spell checker. Amos said Amazon bear, NVIDIA bear, Tesla bear, Apple bear, all profitable 10 grand. Woo! Nice, baby. Talk about a home run. There you go. There you go. Robert saying thanks to you guys for the kudos for him. We definitely appreciate it. Ed said, great job, Robert. Awesome, awesome, awesome. John said, do we have a level, a buy level for Ethereum? So let's see. Ethereum, let's see what we've got there. Okay. So I'm not adding anything to Ethereum right now. So I haven't really focused on it very much. But we do have, let's see, we do have this overall bearish move that we've made. And we're going to go off of, it was a big bounce. We go off of here just to get a fib in there. But I need to go back and look at a much bigger picture to see where these levels tie in, right? And that 27.98 level, right? That if a bounce was it. Now we broke through it on Friday. We're down even lower today. So it looks like we're heading down to the 21.65 level on that. All right, Darlo. So 21.65 is probably the place I'd start looking between the 21.65 and the 17.80. Now it's a big range, but that's where our horizontal support starts dropping in. Right, we've got horizontal support right here, which is why that 27.98 was so important. Right, and then we've got this topping pattern, which pulls up here at that 4,200. Right, so there you go. Let's see. Alan said lots of trade choices. Hit capital commitment limit. There you go. Don't you love that, right? When you've got enough to do, but not enough cash to do it with, right? There's plenty more out there. And I say this all the time. You will run out of cash before you will ever run out of enough trades to do, right? But the great thing, Alan, is when you're actually doing it and it's working and things are moving for you. And it's like, oh, man, I just wish I had a little more capital to do the deal today, that next deal. Let's see. Great job, Ed said. Woo-woo. There you go, Amos. From Erica, and Amos said, best part of all four trades was I followed your rules on entries and used a little bit of hybrid of yours and Brandon's on the exits. There you go. There you go. Remember, the exits we do in like a power option plays are very much geared towards a specific system that everybody can follow the same rule. And I say it all the time. And you learn that rule first, and then you make the adjustments and the modifications to fit you. Utilizing some of what Brandon does, utilizing some of his zones and how he uses RSI, I think is fantastic. It builds you as a trader. You're not going to become me. No one is, right? Thank goodness for that. No one is. There's enough of me with just one. But you're going to become you. And the best you is going to be to take the best of each of the traders that you find work best for your risk profile, your style, and take the best components that work for you. What Brandon does, what Ryan does, what Tony does, what I do, what Amelia does, right? There's a lot of opportunity to find great stuff in each of them. Let's see. Ed said on the micro YM 20, let's see. It looks like 2.2% steady day on Friday. There you go. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. I'm good with that. I absolutely am good with that. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and look at today's candidates. All right, Mickey D's is number one. Right, and let me do this. I've got the option chain over there. I've got this here. Okay, so on McDonald's, on Mickey D's, they have. Actually, we're not going to start Mickey D's. We're going to start with D-Dog. All right, let's go there first. On D-Dog, because I have an alphabetical order on my sheet. They had an upgrade from Goldman Sachs, right? So they're up $2.50 right now, 1.56%. So let's go look at D-Dog on our daily chart. And right now they're at 161.5. So we are just above that fib line, guys. We are in a bullish neutral bias, right? You got resistance up above head with a moving average. I do like the upgrade. It'll be a little more aggressive, but if you want to take it now, but we're going to look at a bull put spread below 160, right? It would be better if you can get the stock above that 166.37 and get back into a bullish territory. All right, next is DraftKings again. As I said, they showed up again on the news. And they were a downgrade by Wells Fargo. They're down about $1 right now, right? So last week, when we looked at DraftKings on Friday, we looked at a bear call spread. So let's go back and look at the daily. And now we're looking at a bear call spread. We're at 1630. Goodness gracious. All right. So we're looking at a bear call spread above, let's call it 19. Right? I don't know what we're going to get. Let's pull this over and take a quick look. So $19 call is 26 cents. The $20 call is 15 cents. You're only looking at 11 cents in there. Now, it is a $1 increment. It is a $16 stock. So I guess overall, you know, what can you expect, right? But my risk is my risk. My risk is that dollar minus my premium. But that's what we're looking at for DraftKings, right? The Depot of Homes came out with earnings today. Right, we got a quick pop, flat on Friday, right? Quick pop in the early market, and then they read the rest of the report, gave it all back, and we're down $11 right now on Home Depot. So as we're looking at Home Depot, they're down $11 at 335. So where are they? Right above this 333.51 level, right? So I'm looking for a bear call spread above 344. And that means 344 or above, right? Either way it works. It doesn't have to be under the 344, above the 344, meaning 345. It's 344 or higher on the bear call spread. Don't know if we're going to get a lot of premium for it. It's a big move, so I'm not sure how much I trust the numbers right now on TradeStation. I don't need this many. Let's get back to 20. It's too big of an option chain to see that much. All right. So we're looking at 344, right? So we're probably looking at 345, right? So we had a great premium there last week, but we've got a $10 move. So that probably takes us down to 5, 4. So we may be looking at about $1.75 to $1 on this $2.50 spread. So not bad premium whatsoever. I'm going to put a couple of check marks next to that. I will also be looking at a long put today. I certainly will be working off of pivot points on Home Depot if there are any available for it. But the put, I would really rather see a move back up towards the 343 and a fail before trying to take it here. A break of the 331.5, a retest and a fail would be a long put also. Right, Macy's is next. Guys, drop your candidates in. We don't have a whole lot left, so drop your candidates in that you want me to take a look at. I will get through as many of them as we can today. Let's see. On Macy's, let's go over here and go to Macy's. Earnings, they are up $1.76 or what is about 7% right now on their earnings. Very nice. They've had just this horrible, ugly, sideways, disgusting nothing going on for weeks, months actually. We can draw a fib from this swing high down to this swing low. You want to check the difference of the 618 and the 50. You want it to be ideally at least $1 or more, preferably 2, but at least $1 or more. It just tells me there's enough movement between the fib lines to actually take advantage of it. So now with that, we're at 27.5. So we pressed our head right up near that fib line. And if you look at this fib that I drew, folks, this is a very strong, bearish, thrusting pattern. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullish days in about a month and a half. That's it. Everything else was strong bear. All right. So wait. Actually, I'm going to write on the stock details. I'm going to write above. I'm looking for the stock to be above 28.5. All right. So I got weight on there, and I really want the stock to be above 28.5 there. We're at 27.37 right now. All right. Next one is Mickey D's. The kind of head fake I did from the very first candle we pulled up, right? So Mickey D's actually, Rob, we need a new fib on there. That was not good where that was. The new fib is here, and look at the H. Woo! Purdy. The H. What the heck is the H? Is that like some secret code? Nope. It's a letter of the alphabet you learned in kindergarten, maybe before. Right there. Rob, that don't look nothing like an H. Sure it does. Right? Actually, they normally look more like this. Right? That is a perfect H. Right? We moved off the 618. 1, 2, what is now 3 standard deviation move from 261 to 251. We only plan on it going to 255. So anything after that is absolute gravy. All right, so let's go back and look at it intraday. So we're down 60 cents. This is going to be a wait, guys. There's nothing on here that is going, ooh, take me. We had a little bit further move down. We were at 249. Then we got back up a little bit, 250.5, and now we're at 250. So it's only about 60 cents. If we look at the chart, the overall pattern is bearish. We're sitting at 250. Let's see. So we're right. So guys, you could look at a long put with a retest of the 251. All right. Retest 251. And a fail is a possible bearish entry. We're looking at $8.45.6. We don't need to fib it. So 245 is your downside target, right? You may want to scale out of half the trade in the middle, but 245 is your downside target there. All right. Now, the last one, which is not in alphabetical order, is DWAC, right? $84 close on Friday. Let's see. I caught this one by mistake. Holy mackerel, it's up $13. What in the world is going on? Now, this is the Trump SPAC, right? So I found the details on it that Trump's social app, which is called Truth Social, topped the downloads on the Apple Store. And they said it got to a point where Apple was notifying people, sorry, too many downloads, or the app is notifying people, too many downloads, we're going to have to put you on a waiting list to get in. Right now, everybody's going to get in. It's not like they're going to block people out of there. But, wow. But keep something in mind, volatile position. Right? This can be extremely volatile based on the moves that this thing can make, right? So while this average true range, this thing moves about $7.35 a day. So there is some serious movement for an $84 stock, right? This may be the next one we put on pop. I mean, this puppy has some serious numbers to it, right? So not great on the deltas. We'll see when the market opens up. We got a 59 delta and then 100 delta, right? So, and again, things have changed dramatically. So prices are going to change dramatically here, right? But I'm looking at, if we're sitting right now at 98.5, I'm looking at a bull put spread below 94. Below 94, all right, on that one. So with that, let's go ahead and see what you guys are looking at. Kevin said, can we look at DWAC? I hope that helped, Kevin. I didn't see your note up there until just now, but I am a big fan of it, guys. I do own some of it, so I'm a very happy camper today. I've rented it out once or twice, but I'm not doing anything with it, just thinking that it's going to continue to grow. I think as we get closer to the midterm elections, I think you're going to see things like this, particularly because Trump is still so vocal out there. Whether you like him or not, guys, you got to recognize he's a voice to reckon with. Whether you like him or not has nothing to do with anything, okay? So with everything that's going on out there, I think this is going to be a way that he's going to get his information out. And you do not have some CEO of a company blocking a president of the United States off of a social platform. To me, sorry, I listen, whether I'm Republican, Democrat, Independent, if my candidate is the head of lettuce, it doesn't matter. If you go against the office of the presidency like that, you should be arrested. I don't care what you do or who you are as a president, whether you like someone or not, you should be arrested. And again, it has nothing to do with political views. My whole point is I think social media has way too much power. Way too much power. When you can decide what gets seen and what doesn't get seen, you are choosing what people get to view as news, and that is wrong. We're back in China. Why Google is not in China? Because China said you can't show this. Google said goodbye to you. We're done. We're not going to do this any longer. All right. So let's see. Robert's asking for Delta Airlines, and there's my soapbox for the day, and we're done. Let's try DAL instead of DAN this time. Okay. So look at where they are, Robert. You have a confluence right at the 42.66 level with the 8 moving average, 42.98. If we look at them in pre-market, I watched an interview this morning. They're down a little bit pre-market, 94 cents. I watched an interview this morning with Marriott CEO talking about, they're doing well and their international travel is nowhere near back. They're not seeing any international really at all, coming into the U.S. And they're just expecting an explosion. There's so much pent-up demand right now that people feel enough that this Omni crap is far enough behind us, especially as the weather starts getting a little bit better here. You're going to start to see more and more of that international travel kick in. What wasn't it England yesterday? They came out and said they removed all COVID restrictions, all gone, right? So you're going to see more and more of that. I wonder if England has elections coming up too, because that's what our government is doing it to get around the elections. So, when I look at it, Robert, down a little bit today, 41.90. So we're just under that 42.66 level. You really need to be above that 42.66 for the long. And I do think it has room to make those legs back up to 45.5 easily. All right, Robert, I hope that helps. Let me know. Erica said SPY. The SPY. Why not? Love SPY. So they're up 68 cents right now. Very much sideways channel going on there, Erica. You got a 32.40 and 34. Wow, you got a $2 channel going on in there, Erica. I mean, you could trade that puppy pre-market and do okay. But let's see. So right now we're down 433.46, 430. So we're back below here. Did we press up and retest it? Yeah, we did. We got above that 30.5. Okay. So we pushed back into it. We came down. Oh, not what I wanted to do. We came down, gap down, pulled back up, and we failed. We're at 433.46 right now. So 21 and 35 is 14. We don't need a fib in there. So downside target 421. I definitely would look to split that in half, right? And because Monday was a holiday, we still have February 22. Today's options is the expiration. They didn't want to miss out on that. A lot of money in there for the market makers. So the options now expire today instead of yesterday. All right. So I hope that helps, Erica. You're welcome, Kevin. Andres is asking for Apple. Apple. I still like Apple as a company. I don't think there's a whole lot that are any better than them. They're down $1.43 right now. So they were already in a bearish bias. They're sitting at 165.95 or at 165.49. See the problem? We're right at a support level. So what do? Well, Rob, what if it bounces today? Well, if the markets are going down, I'm not going to look normally for a bullish entry on a major stock that represents the index. They are 11, 12% of the NASDAQ, right? So do I really want to fight, a 10% of the NASDAQ-ish company and go the opposite direction? Then what? No, I don't. Right? But if I can break through the fib line, retest and fail, that might be an opportunity for bearish. If you get the move back up and you can pull up to the confluence where we got the 55 moving average there and the 168.82 level and then get the fail, now I like that a lot. I like that a whole lot, right? Guys, listen, there's a lot of opportunities to trade, right? A ton of things that can be done. You definitely want to take advantage of them. Sean, can you drop the links in here for tradinglikeaboss.com? Guys, that Power Hour is an opportunity every week. Even if you can't watch it live, go register for it. You'll be notified when the recording goes up. Power Hour every single week, except this week because Monday was a holiday. We set this up, folks, and we go through some of what we do here, but a lot more depth. I spent a lot more time. We've got a full hour. And again, we don't rush to finish on the hour. We've got a full hour in there. So go ahead and register. Everything that's on this page is free, always will be, right? So take advantage of what you see up here as free resources and just what are we getting from it? Guys, I want you to learn how to trade. I want you to learn how to do it effectively, and I want you to be around with us for a very long time, right? So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, folks. I will see you at our next update. All right, bye for now.